Hi Scorpio, welcome to Lit Intuition. My name is Kay. Today I'm doing your weekly general overview, and while I will be doing them weekly, of course, the formats and spreads will change each time as I try out different things, and so if today's reading isn't your cup of tea, just come back next week perhaps. I would appreciate it. And as I shuffle, which I'm almost done here, I just want to mention that in the description box below there's a tentative schedule I'll be posting on YouTube, as well as instructions on how to donate to my channel if so inclined, a list of the tarot and oracle decks I use, and a link to my website where you can book a personal reading with me or order a personalized avatar birth chart. 2 more to go here. I actually consider this my Scorpio deck, which I have several decks, but I don't have one for each zodiac sign. This one, however, always kind of feels like Scorpionic energy to me, so I'm going to use it for this weekly reading for you today. Okay. Spirit, please show me Scorpios. Oh, that was quick. We've got the 4 of Wands here showing up for your energy overall and the week ahead, Scorpio. The 4 of Wands is Aries energy. Spirit, please show me the flow through the week. Spirit, please show me. Next, we have the 2 of Wands, more Aries energy. And I'll interpret these all, of course, when they're all on the table. Oh, I didn't even quite get that question out in my head before it flipped on that one. So, next up for a key goal for you this week, we have the 7 of Wands. A lot of fiery energy. That's a Leo card. Show me an obstacle to this goal. Okay. Finally, a different color. We have the 5 of Swords up for the obstacle. If you hear that bell, that's my cat playing on his cat tree in the background. So, I apologize if that's annoying. I haven't had to put him in the room yet, but if he gets any rowdier, I just might have to for a few minutes. Show me major accomplishment for Scorpio this week. Okay. So, the 2 of Pentacles showed up next. That's Capricorn energy for an accomplishment this week. Alright. In the avoid position, we have the Star, major arcana for Aquarius energy. Next up, for what to avoid this week, 7 of Pentacles, Taurus energy. For where to look to for support, we have the 3 of Pentacles, Scorpio. This is odd. I'll tell you why in a second. Alright, and advice. Okay. Last card is the Hierophant. It's major arcana for Taurus energy. Well, I was going to say that you didn't have any majors, which isn't, I mean, you have the Star, which was 1, and now there's 2 with the Hierophant, but there's no court cards either, though, so it's like there's just these 7 pip cards and then 2 majors. Okay. It just seemed a little unusual, but I'll go ahead here and start the reading. So, Scorpio, for how you're showing up this week with the 4 of Wands, and the overall theme being the 2, so Could be like a sort of celebratory atmosphere. And if you're here in the United States, that could be partly due to the holidays, of course, but you may be around some family members or friends more than you normally would. Also, I do have to bring up here, although this is not a love reading, there are always, of course, well, not always, but for some people there will be love elements included, and so the Four of Wands can represent like the twin flame union or weddings. Oh my goodness, my cat's trying to knock over my statue of the Virgin Mary. I'm so sorry, Scorpio. Hold on a second. Kane? Come on. Yep. Alright, let's chill in the bedroom for a few minutes, sweetie, okay? Well, I apologize, Scorpio, but if I pause the video, I can't do that on my camera, so I'd actually have to stop it and do a part 2. Okay, so now I have to tap back in where I was. Okay, where I was going with that before was that you're in an energy of celebration and possible union with another. And the universe, like this week, is saying choose. That's kind of the overall theme of this week. So I'm not sure what that means to you, Scorpio, of course, but you know, I was thinking if you're already in this celebration energy, it seems like maybe you already made a choice in some way to be where you are, because that's a major life event if you're getting married or meeting the love of your life or whatever, but but we'll see how that plays out. So a key goal for you this week with the Seven of Wands, I'm sensing that you're standing your ground, but it's about something that, so maybe like there was a, you know, because the 5 and 6, of course, they come before the 7 of Wands, so it's like you've been through some internal conflict about something, and then maybe, you know, had a reason to, with the 6, like, it was like a public choice, like a choice that you're making that's like, other people see it for some reason. And so now it's like, you want to stand your ground that on what you've decided to do, and on, you know, how you've managed to resolve your own mental conflict about whatever's going on. So that's kind of what you want to do, you know, just block off any energies that might try to interfere with what you're doing and the path that you are taking. The obstacle for that with the 5 of Swords is that, you know, someone might be kind of trying to periodically sabotage your resolve. So that's Aquarius energy, but that doesn't have to be relevant. So Scorpio, I'm seeing the obstacle, although I'm seeing these wands, strangely, as largely like internal processes for you, which I don't usually see it that way. I'm seeing this 5 of Swords as being an outside influence. So somebody who maybe comes in like with, you know, those kind of questions that sound like they're just innocent questions for information, when in reality they're, you know, implying something negative or trying to get your goat, like, yeah, I think you catch my drift. So it's kind of like a, you know, an intellectual air energy of somebody like sabotaging a situation, or, yeah. That's what I'm picking up from that. And a major accomplishment, though, for you, I'm seeing with the 2 of Pentacles, is to kind of like balance this, all of this, and you'll have juggled it. Well, you'll be juggling, right? And there will be like these ups and downs and stuff, priorities kind of bouncing around, but you're gonna get to that point where they're like, it's smooth sailing, kind of like you've managed to get into your groove. And yeah, find sort of like a temporary precarious balance, but for what to avoid with the Star card, I'm thinking more Aquarius energy, interestingly enough, which I was seeing too with this Five of Swords. Might be dealing with an air sign, but doesn't have to be. At any rate, that's also, you know, if it doesn't have to do specifically with Aquarius energy, then avoiding the Star would be like not looking at the bigger picture. It's kind of like it's off there in the distance, but, you know, instead of just hoping for something and kind of being like pie in the sky about it and trying to heal, like it looks like you already have healed a lot of things to some degree, and so now you're just, you know, you're focusing on the practical, aspects of where you're going, which kind of clicks with me now because, yeah, all the minor arcana cards and no court cards, and only 2 majors here, like crowning the 2 ends on the top. So, you know, it's like you're focusing on, like, you have the dream and now you're putting it into practical action. So yeah, avoid that just like dreamy kind of, which I don't think you even need to hear that really today, Scorpio, because you're already doing that. Okay. One more thing that just popped into my head. I'm sorry if I'm rambling, but I do say these things when they come to me because they stand out as being things that I would normally not really think on my own about something. So I think I'm picking up on, from that Star card, you know, Aquarius is another fixed sign, like you are, Scorpio, along with Leo and Taurus. And so I think it's also bringing in the concept here of avoid being in that fixed, stubborn energy, that part of your Scorpio makeup. You know, not all Scorpios are the same, of course, but they're all fixed. So that can indicate like sort of a resistance to change, that kind of thing. And so with that being in the avoid position, yeah, and this card did deserve more attention because it is a major arcana and it stands out. So take that as it resonates. For what to embrace with the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, embrace the material aspects of continuing to work practically toward a goal, investing in your, you know, investing in what the ultimate goal is. You're making practical steps. It's just kind of saying what I was saying before. That's lovely, Scorpio. And Taurus is also fixed energy, so sometimes that stubbornness can actually come in handy and be useful, right? Where you can turn to for support with the 3 of Pentacles. It's like, oh, well, thank you, Captain Obvious. Okay, sorry, Spirit. That's Capricorn energy, but it's about collaborating and building with others. And so it can be like a teamwork card, or meeting someone new that assists you in some way that's more material than emotional. So although it can indicate the beginning of a new relationship with someone else, I usually see it being about like, well, since it's a 3, it's more about 3 things coming together, and it's more about like earthly concerns than emotional ones, like the, you know, like the cups would be or whatnot. So my point with that was where to look to for support. There are energies around you that you could build good, solid friendships with. Just people that you can, you know, maybe not necessarily trust with your problems, but people that are there to back you up for practical concerns, which again we've been dealing with a lot. So even if there's some kind of choice that you have to make that's based on emotional concerns, which I'm not seeing any cups here, so maybe it isn't, honestly. I just kind of put that in there because I was picking up that like Venus energy of the 4 of Wands with the whole twin flame thing, and I don't even know if that's Venus in Aries, or I'll have to look that up, but it could be. I'm off on a tangent again, so I apologize, Scorpio. But let me just tie this up with the last 2 cards, and we'll close the reading. With the 3 of Pentacles there, as I was saying, you can turn to practical, you know, connections with others for support. And then for the last card with the Hierophant there, Again, fixed energy, with that being a Taurus Major Arcana card. Everything is so they say that we're spirits having like a human experience when we're on Earth, right? Or some people, I guess, could say it vice versa, but what I'm picking up from the Hierophant being here is that although these things may seem practical on the surface, Scorpio, they're actually teaching you a lesson about, okay, so you may have like a Virgo or a Capricorn North Node, someone out there. These practical things may actually be sort of like covering up a deeper spiritual lesson about self-discipline and about so as a fellow water sign, Scorpio, I can say that sometimes we can get kind of dreamy about things. And you're not doing that, obviously. You're embracing this other energy. Again, some earth may be in your chart for someone out there, but I'm not trying to, what's the word? Like when you put things off, like kind of procrastinate on the Hierophant. It's not, I'm getting a feeling from it, but it's hard to describe. So suffice it to say that, like, you know, everything's in order. This could be a spiritual contract that you're actually working on. Like I said, material concerns, kind of covering like deeper spiritual principles. But, you know, you're on the right track. Kind of doing things the right way. Like by the book, you know, kind of following the rules, but in a good way. So that'll be the end of your reading, Scorpio. If you made it this far, I appreciate your time and attention. And if you liked the video, please indicate that with a thumbs up for me, subscribe, etc. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you again soon.